Okay, so my thoughts about Borderlands 4. I actually really love the game. However, I will agree with some of the fans. The CEO of Borderlands, he needs to get his phone taken away. He needs to be put in timeout. Hello, viewer. Like, was it Randy Pitchman? Randy Pitchman needs to have his phone privileges revoked. Because he keeps saying bitch-ass comments. Oh, if you don't like it, just play another game. Oh, what's the matter? You can't run this game? Buddy, you know, you could at least, like, compress the game. The game's fun. Story is way better than Borderlands 3. I actually felt more like I was threatened. Like, as a character, I felt like I was more of that threat from the Order than the COV. Yeah, the COV, they had a ton of numbers, but I just mow them down. Yeah, I mowed down the Order dudes. But you know, like, the fact that the Order could control my brain is that gave them a threat, right? That made the Order a threat. If I'm talking about Borderlands 4. Pretty good. The aesthetics is also really beautiful. I'm a little bit upset we don't get multiple planets, but one big world, I'm very much for that. Less transition time between two maps, like in the previous franchises, is so nice. Man, I had to deal with stupid people in Champaign today. Two people would not go under a green light, and I had to honk at them. One dude I had to honk at him twice. Twice. Please, I beg you. And I'm based when I say this. I don't care. Get off your phone when you drive. If you're gonna be on your phone at an intersection, place it between your wheel and the top, and like place it on top of your wheel. Because if you do that, at least you'll be able to see the light, and keep the light in your peripheral and check on it like literally every second. Do not keep. I have places to go. Hello, viewer. Sorry, I'm ranting. I have places to go, and other people do too. Get off your phone, stop texting, and drive. Whatever. If I've gone on my phone at an intersection, but I'll look at the light. Like, I'll poke my eye out every second or so. When I see it, I throw that phone right on my frickin' seat, and I take off. But you want to know how you could piss a guy on his phone off? If he's at an intersection and he's behind you, you just got to pull up slightly, and then the brake lights of your car will trigger, and they'll think that you're going, but you're not, and it'll kind of annoy them. My dad loves doing that at intersections. He'll, like, just kind of scooch forward, the brake lights will go out, and then the guy will think that, oh, it's time to go, and then look up and realize, oh, whoop, never mind. No enders, we are going in blind. Hopefully we'll get a better day than yesterday. We only had 5 week pennies yesterday. I'm sorry guys, no Ashton stream tonight. I am pooped, and plus it's too late. I'll get done at like 11:40. I really wish I could do that Ashton, but I want to go to bed. I can do my penny stream tomorrow. In the morning if I go to bed. Hello, viewers. Oh, man, look at the party up in here. Thank you, guys. Also, we got something we have never had in a while. No, unfortunately, it's not a girlfriend. That, I can't. Sorry, we're gonna try to get better at that. We got a penny bag. Yes, that's right. We have a federal penny bag. I have it sitting in my hallway. If you don't know, a penny bag is 2 boxes in one package. So guys, we will be bringing back bags. In this case, that bag I have is my 14th bag I've ever collected. You know what, guys? I'll show you it. One of those 3 people, I'll show you what it looks like. Get a load of this bastard. You want to see how much we're going for? Be doing this sometime. I don't know when. Look at that. This is the equivalent of 2 boxes in one package. And you know what? You're lying to me if you ever get if you ever get bags like this, you're lying to me if you tell me you don't flip them around and see if you can find something interesting. Like if I roll them around. Oh, there's one. Look at it. There's a Wheatie right there. See it? It's just poking out the top. What is it? $19.50 Denver. Just poking out the top right there. Yeah, we'll be doing this another day. I might do it. I might do bag weekends. If I can get 2 boxes or 2 bags and maybe a couple boxes on the side from the same place, I'll do bag weekends, which means that effectively on weekends we search the equivalent of 2 boxes. Nope, that is a wheat penny. 1947 Philly. Wheat penny number 1. There we go. So I'm designing a electrical device. Like I'm designing a tower. I want to have a winch. And the winch and all the control circuits will be 12 volts. However, I have a small issue. I need to be very careful. I know it's coming out of nowhere, but I just like to tell people random stuff. So I'm going to run up to a 40 amp line. And the problem is that I want to have another 12 volt line, but like literally probably a couple, maybe like no more than 50 milliamps, maybe no more than 1 amp of current. The problem is if you run high amp and low amp currents together, like if you run the wires together too close, you can induct. So if I run that wire a little bit too close, then I could risk inducting high current onto low current systems that are fragile. Is that 2? No, there's 1. 1953 Denver, wheat penny number 2. And you guys are staying. Thank you guys. You guys make me feel happy. But the problem is that if I run the high current line next to a low current line, that high current could mutually magnetically induct. I know, it sounds like I'm talking straight out of my ass, but just trust me. If you run high voltage and low voltage lines right next to each other, they can induct, and if you have a high voltage line, it'll induct, and a low voltage line could increase the voltage, destroying fragile components. Now, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars a month replacing burnt relay coils, so I'll have to wire and separate them. However, I did hear that upon using low current to control high current, I could run the risk of a kickback. So a very brief moment of time that where there is high current in the line that kicks back down the line. My idea for this is that I will wire the high current relay coils completely separate from another cabinet. And I'm going to do my best to separate both lines vigorously. Because if I don't want to induct. It's called mutual inductance. If you have a magnetic field from an electrical line, and you have it placed next to another piece of metal, like a coil. If you have a coil of electromagnetic coil, right? And you have another one, you can mutually induct electricity to other. This is how transformers work. In fact, when you see that big cylindrical thing on top of the power pole, there's a wheat penny, hold on. 1955 Denver, wheat penny number 3. Any more? I think I saw one. I did, but there is one. Yippee, we got another one. 1946 Denver, wheat penny number 4. We're already almost tied with the box we did yesterday. Anyway, so have you ever seen that big gray cylinder out in the power poles? There's an 09. And it's got these wires sticking out. That's a transformer. And specifically, if you find 3 of them in one pole, that is 3 single-phase transformers. Again, off topic, your house uses single-phase. 120-volt single-phase. In fact, actually, if I'm not wrong, it will actually run 2 120-volt alternating current lines. You can splice one to to ground or neutral, and it will be 120, or you could splice both lines together for 240. Oh, another Wheat Penny. 1913 Philadelphia. Wheat Penny number 5. I see another one. 1953 Denver. Wheat Penny number 6. 1913. I'm pretty sure I got one. Yeah, I definitely have one. 13's variant. 77 million. I have one. I still have the Denver or S variants. I need those variants really bad. But anyway, what I'm trying to say here is that your electrical lines are usually not physically connected to the grid. It's actually physically separate. It is because of mutual inductance via transformers that it will transfer electricity wirelessly. Now, how does... I can tell you how... I'm sorry for ranting. I'm autistic. I data dump on stuff all the time. How does a wireless charger work? Now, if I'm not wrong, from my experience, I have a certificate in high voltage batteries. When a battery discharges, ions from one side of the battery go to the other side. And what you do with a wireless charger, if not wrong, is you use an electromagnet to pull the ions from one side to the other, successfully recharging it without having to plug it in. That's excellent. Woody. Fun fact, a transformer can last theoretically forever. The reason is because a transformer, the only moving part inside of it is the electrons going through it. They usually do have fans. If you go to a substation and you notice those big discs and they have plates that have hollow spots in between the fans, that is a transformer. And a transformer, there's an S bit, they are used to either increase or decrease voltage. And of course they use mutual inductance. Another S bit, good grief. Actually look up mutual inductance, it's pretty cool. I have a pretty decent understanding of electricity. I'm not an electrician, not a high voltage electrician, but I know my fair share of electrical terminology. Oops. You know what? Screw it. It's my stream. I'm gonna data dump on breakers. So, a breaker is, of course, your protection device. Hello, I'll get off here because I was gonna rant. It's like, I don't want to hear this weirdo rant about electrical parts. No problem. A breaker is really cool. A breaker is going to trip because of two ways. Magnetism or heat. When you run electricity through wire, it produces a magnetic field. Not that big, but it produces one. Now, when it's a magnetic field gets too strong, it'll trip a magnetic breaker. Then you got the other one, which is heat, a thermal breaker. So if it gets hot enough, because if you put a certain amount of amps through wire, it gets hot. And then a thermal breaker, where will trip when it gets hot enough. But today, finish up. Today, we've combined a thermal breaker and a magnetic breaker into the common thermomagnetic breaker we find today. Your breakers will trip if it detects a high amount of heat or a high amount of magnetism that is perfectly calibrated to amperage. It's amazing. We used to use fuses, but we don't do that anymore because if you blow a fuse, now you gotta drag your sorry ass to the hardware store, go find the perfect fuse, and shove it in. If you get a fuse that's too big, it will literally cook your current, or cook your electrical devices. If you get one that's too small, it'll just break again easier. This happened a couple days ago. We have fuses in the multimeters, and somebody put a low-rated fuse into a higher-rated area, and it immediately broke. When they turned it on, it immediately, opened. course, yeah. A fuse works. Like, I know the common glass fuse. It works. It has a little glass little can, and it's got a wire in it. And when amps get so high, it just breaks the wire, and it completely shuts off. Of course, be honest with me. If you ever listen to this, if you're a normal person, you don't like dragging your ass over to the hardware store. So we use thermal breakers. If it trips a breaker, then we reset. Another thing I really like about breakers, it's so cool, it's a safety feature, is that they are harder to turn on than they are to turn off. That's because you don't want to accidentally turn on something most of the time. You can snap a breaker, of course, like right there. Hello, viewer. You can snap it and close it, but then you have to put a little bit more force in the open. No, it doesn't take a lot of force to. Hello, other viewer. It doesn't take a lot of force to open a breaker, but it does take a little bit more to close it. I've physically seen inside a breaker. It's so cool. Again, a normal breaker in the modern day will use magnetism and heat to trip. It's really cool. Well, you're 10 rolls in. We should have 2 wheat pennies. We got 6. Oh, 9. Estimate. Our estimate. Another S-Mint. There's so many of them here. Hello, viewer. Oh, 9. Same, Penny. Hello, viewer. S-Mint.
17 Philly. That's it. Another estimate. There's a bunch of them in this box. Another estimate. Oh, 4 people. Hello, guys. Sorry there. I didn't notice that. It's so hell-bent on finding wheat pennies. We've not gotten one in this group, but thankfully we have 6, so we would still have average if we don't get one. 17 points. Oh, no, I only got one person. No problem. Oh, we got a wheat penny. Only this one. 1944 Philly, wheat penny number 7. Oh, more viewers. Thank you. Hello, guys. Thanks for stopping by, man. Or guys, thanks for stopping by, guys. I should say, because there's more than one. Where's him? Alright, 20 rolls in, we should have 4 wheat pennies, we got 7. Doing pretty good. Oh, 1929. Philly, wheat penny number 8. Good, 2 older ones. 1913, 1929. Fortunately, both minted, but who cares? They're still wheat pennies. $17 Philly. Estimate. Another estimate. Why do you all like odd proofs? Another estimate. Yep. There, Weedy. 1948 Denver. Wheat penny number 9. My chair is so noisy. Esmond. 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 Another Esmond. Oh, a lot of those. Canadian penny. Hello, viewers. Esmond. 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 The sound of it going down was kind of funny though. Oh. Woody. Two S-Mints. $17 Philly. Ooh, I'm getting tired. There, Canadian penny. We are 20 rolls in. No, we're 30 rolls in. 30 rolls in. 30 rolls in. We should have 6 pennies. We got 9. Oh, 9. Oh no, now we have 20 rolls left. We should have 60 pennies. We got 9. Goodness gracious, I'm that tired. Can't wait to finish this and go to bed. Hello, other beer. You hear I'm mumbling that much? I'm tired. Yes, man. Woody. Oh, that's a 55 Denver. We pay number 10. There you go. Glad happy now that we at least got the minimum because last time we didn't. RBD. See if I got another one. Mm, 1955 Denver, Wheat Penny, number 11. Keep going. Another estimate. Good grief. Estimate. 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 Another reading. $19.56 Philly. Wheat penny number 12. Another Wheatie. $19.56 Denver, Wheat penny number 13. Estimate. Estimate. Another estimate. Hello, viewer. Oh, 09. Estimate. Oh, 09. Estimate. Oh, 09. Hello, viewer. Nope, 1946 Denver, their Wheatie. Wheat pay number 14. Alright. 10 rolls to go. We should have 8 pennies. We got 14. Let's finish this. $17 Philly. Estimate. Yeah, shit ton of estimates today. Holy. Yeah. Estimate. 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 Oh, 9. Estimate. 09. Seventeen Philly. Philly. Smith. Smith. Good grief, there's so many Smiths here. Five rolls left. Hello, viewers. What do you? Estimate. Estimate. Why there's so many of them in here? Estimate. I've never filled up that whole estimate for before now. Estimate. Another estimate. Holy. Another estimate. Nope, there we penny. 1957 Philly. Wheat penny number 15. Oh, 09. Last roll. Ooh, wheat penny. Another 1929 Philly. Wheat penny number 16. Oh, 09. That is box. Hold on here. Oh my, what the shit? There's a cricket in my house. No, I'm sorry. I don't like to be a cruel son of a bitch. You're gonna drive me mad anyway. Where'd you go, little bitch? Sorry. Give me a second, chat. Sorry, broski.
like to kill things and shit. But that cricket is gonna wake my ass up in the middle of the night, and I'm gonna like shoot my window. And the window is can't be replaced. I'm not actually gonna shoot my window. One, because my mom will whoop my ass, and two, because our windows are custom and we can't get more of them. When one window goes, that's it. It's gone permanently. I have to go get some more boxes tomorrow. Let's see, I need 5 more. I could score. I could score 2 from that chase. 2 from that prairie. Maybe another one from PNC. Unless PNC is gonna blow smoke up my ass. Alright, wheat pennies, we got 16 of those. Bicentennials, we got 12 of those. 17 Phillies, we got 7 of those. S-mints, holy crap. What is the point of this? Well, we search pennies. We search for the wheat pennies. Why we just got so many S-mints? I've never seen this many. Good grief. Yeah, I've searched boxes from California, and they don't even come this close. What is the point of this? Well, again, I got printed locally. I'm glad that you and I are gonna go mentally insane together. I don't know if he's trying to like be insulting, but whether or not he is, that I find that funny. What is the point of it? I just like to say things to be weird. I think I'll say this. You're gonna go crazy sometime, just like me. We all go crazy sometimes. It's only, actually not sometimes. We're all gonna go crazy. It's only a matter of when. Seven by 7. -1. 48 S-mints. That is the most I've ever gotten from a box. Even beating out some of my Cali boxes. It's a lot of S-mints. Usually we get like 3 or 5. We got 48. Why there were that? Wait, 4 Woodies? 3 Canadians? No Indian. No Indian heads. The amount of, S-mints that we just got is actually crazy, though. 40 S-minted memorial pennies. $585. Alright, guys, that is it.
Alright, thank you guys for watching. Apologies, we're not doing Ash Year tonight. That's my fault. That made a difference. And yeah, that's what we're sitting at now. We're getting closer to 6,000 wheat pennies, so let's keep going. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, have a nice